Your phone buzzes. You look. Nothing important. You look again 5 minutes later anyway. Why? You tell yourself it's willpower. It isn't. What's actually happening inside your skull is far stranger, and it has almost nothing to do with the app on your screen. It has to do with a monkey, a light, and a squirt of juice. In the 1990s, a neuroscientist named Wolfram Schultz ran an experiment on monkeys that would quietly explain your entire relationship with your phone decades before smartphones existed. He trained the monkeys to expect a reward, a drop of juice, whenever a light flashed. At first, the monkey's brain released a burst of dopamine right when the juice arrived. That makes sense. Reward equals pleasure chemical. Simple. But then something odd happened. Once the monkey learned that the light predicted the juice, the dopamine burst moved. It stopped firing when the juice arrived. It started firing when the light flashed instead. The brain wasn't rewarding the treat anymore. It was rewarding the anticipation of the treat. Now here's the part that should make you put your phone down. When Schultz removed the juice sometimes, gave the light but no reward, the dopamine spike didn't shrink. It grew. Uncertainty made the anticipation more intense, not less. The monkey's brain cared less about getting the reward and more about not knowing if it was coming. Sound familiar? Your phone is the light. The notification is the light. You are not checking it because you know something good is waiting. You are checking it because you don't know, and your brain, quite literally the same reward circuitry running in that monkey's skull, finds not knowing almost unbearable to ignore. This isn't a flaw in you. It's a feature that kept your ancestors alive. Picture a woman 40,000 years ago, walking back to camp at dusk. She hears a rustle in the grass. She doesn't know if it's the wind or a predator. That uncertainty doesn't relax her. It sharpens her. Every sense goes up. She scans. She listens harder. She cannot look away from the unresolved thing until she resolves it. That circuit, the one that refuses to let uncertainty sit unexamined, is the same circuit lighting up right now every time your phone screen goes dark and you flip it back over just to check. You are not weak. You are 40,000 years late to update the software. There's a researcher who spent decades studying exactly this gap between ancient wiring and modern life. Robert Sapolsky, a neuroscientist at Stanford, spent years observing how anticipation itself, separate from any actual reward, changes stress hormones and dopamine activity in the brain. His work on primates showed that unpredictable rewards create more sustained dopamine activity than predictable ones. Predictable is calm. Unpredictable is addictive. Think about what that means for the object sitting in your pocket right now. A text might be there. It might not. A like might be there. It might not. Nobody designed your phone to make you happy when you check it. They designed it, whether they admit it or not, to make you uncertain enough that you have to check it. But the uncertainty trick is only half the story. The other half is even older, and it comes from a psychologist working with pigeons instead of monkeys. In the 1950s, B.F. Skinner ran a series of experiments on operant conditioning that changed how we understand behavior forever. He put pigeons in boxes with a lever. Peck the lever, get food. Simple enough. But then he changed the rules. Instead of a reward every time, the pigeons got a reward only sometimes, on no fixed schedule at all. What happened next surprised him. Pigeons on this variable schedule pecked the lever far more often and far more compulsively than the pigeons who got a reward every single time. A guaranteed reward produced calm, steady behavior. An occasional, unpredictable reward produced obsession. This is called a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. It's the same mechanism that makes slot machines so difficult to walk away from. And it is, whether you've ever thought about it this way or not, the exact mechanism behind your notifications feed, your messages app, your social media timeline. You never know which pull of the lever pays off, so you keep pulling. Does that make you a pigeon? In this one specific way, yes. Your brain didn't evolve a special immunity to variable reward schedules just because the lever is now a glass rectangle instead of a metal bar. Here's where it gets stranger still. Your ancestors' brains weren't built for constant access to novelty. For most of human history, new information was rare. A stranger passing through camp, a story from a distant village, news that took weeks to travel. Your brain evolved to treat new information as valuable precisely because it was scarce. Now imagine what happens when you hand that same brain, tuned over hundreds of thousands of years for scarcity, a device that offers unlimited novelty every few seconds. The ancient reward system doesn't know the difference between a rare and precious piece of information and an infinite scroll of nothing much at all. It just knows something new might be behind the next flick of your thumb. And the system built to make you seek rare, valuable things starts firing for things that are neither rare nor valuable. You're not addicted to your phone. You're addicted to the feeling right before you know what's on it. There's a strange twist here, too. Studies on phone use and anxiety have found that people check their phones most often not when they're bored, but when they're anxious or uncertain about something else entirely, a work email, a social situation, a decision they haven't made. The phone becomes a stand-in for resolving that unrelated uncertainty. It offers a small, quick hit of resolution, even if the resolution has nothing to do with the actual problem. That's worth sitting with for a second. Are you checking your phone right now because of your phone, or because of something else entirely that your brain is quietly trying to distract itself from? None of this means you're broken. It means you're running 400,000-year-old software on hardware the software was never designed to handle. The rustle in the grass and the buzz in your pocket trigger the same ancient circuit. One kept your ancestors alive. The other keeps you reaching for a device you didn't even realize you'd picked up. So the next time your phone buzzes and you feel that pull, notice it for what it actually is. Not weakness, not addiction to the app itself. A monkey waiting for juice that might not come. A pigeon pecking a lever with no fixed schedule. A woman in the dusk straining to hear whether the rustle in the grass means danger or nothing at all. Your phone buzzes, you look, and somewhere underneath that simple motion is 40,000 years of your ancestors' survival instincts, quietly convinced that whatever's on the other side of that screen might be the thing that matters most.